guidance more affordable and accessible. Joining me now is Paul Feeney from Otivo. It's good to have you with us. Now, you and the team have partnered with a new entity in order to deliver low-cost digital advice. Take us through it.
That's right. So our partner organisation, Entireti, is the largest licensee of financial advisors in the country, with over 1,300 advisors. And they're really wanting to make sure that they no longer have to turn Australians away, and they can help every single person who's seeking advice.
Absolutely. So why is financial advice currently so out of reach for so many Australians? I do feel like there is some sort of, invisible wall in some cases that young Aussies just aren't able to reach around.
Yeah, unfortunately, over the last several years, we've seen the cost of advice increase. And there's a few factors for that. The number of advisors have decreased, almost halved over the last 5 or 6 years. But also, advisors are and they deserve to be paid for their time and expertise. And so at the moment, they're really constrained to looking after 10% of Australians. And unfortunately, that's an average price of around $5,000 a year, which for a lot of Australians is unattainable, even though most Australians want to get advice.
Okay, so with cost of living pressures rising as well, how can this model offer real-life solutions for managing super, debt, and even something like family planning?
Yeah, for sure. The great approach that we're taking is what Otivo brings to the table to those 1,300 advisors at Entireti is a digital first, but not digital only solution. So an individual can come along and just tell us about themselves, about their income expenses, assets, liabilities, and your dreams and aspirations. And the advice on how to optimise your super and how to manage your debt would automatically appear. Fundamentally, what we're doing is answering one question that every Aussie's got about money. And that's, what do I need to do next so I can be better off?
Now, I understand you've said this industry has a social obligation to share knowledge. What needs to change to make that actually happen? I feel like there is a lot of information out there. Some of it may be better than others.
Yeah, look, I think we all know that when an individual gets advice and they can answer that question of what to do next, they're fundamentally going to be better off. So for me as an advisor in the community of advisors, there's a moral obligation for us to help as many Australians as possible, because the more people are better off, society's going to be better off. And that's the goal of what we're trying to do here, is to make advice available to everyone. Just simply learning or teaching people about how super works, for example, misses the mark. It misses that personal context that answers that question of what you should do next, rather than what someone like you is doing at the moment.
I think that's a very great point. If people do want to find out a little bit more about this and perhaps get their hands on some of that advice that you're offering, where's the best place to go to engage with you and the team?
So you can go straight to otivo.com and you can sign up and get a 7-day free access, or pretty soon we're going to start offering some advice free for all Australians. And that's helping everyone understand what investment options they should have inside their super fund. And that'll be completely free for anyone who comes along to Otivo sometime before the end of the month.
Paul, wonderful stuff from you. Appreciate your time and, of course, the way you are hoping to educate Australians in this space. I think it's a really noble cause, and appreciate your time jumping up on the program.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Think Education finishes